Okay, can you guys still see me and me so far?
I can see you. I can hear you still.
Okay, cool. All right, there you go. You're popping in and out, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And let's see. Gonna go here. Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my
Yes.
screen? Okay, cool. All right. So my name is Kristi, and I am the owner and founder of Kristi & Co. I am an online business manager and business coach. And today I want to talk to you guys about how to conduct a business audit in order to make your business run more efficiently. So just a little introduction. I'm a mom. I have a 6- and a 3-year-old that I'm trying to homeschool and run a business. I'm a wife and I'm an entrepreneur. I mostly support female entrepreneurs and coaches. I spent the last 16 years climbing the corporate ladder with a company in the restaurant industry. And I just left there about 7 months ago because I was ready to take control of my own life and to live a life by design. So I decided to start my own business supporting other female entrepreneurs and their dreams. Jean, this is a very girly presentation, but I promise the information will apply to you too.
Thank you.
So just don't mind all the pink. So today's topic is all about how to conduct a business audit so that you can run a more streamlined, organized, and efficient business. And I will also be giving you examples, tips, and a look into tools and systems that you can use in your business. So as you know, being a business owner can be very overwhelming, especially if you are a solopreneur or you have a small team. You know, most of the time we're wearing many hats. We're doing all of the social media, the marketing, we're handling clients and customers and inventory or whatever the case may be for you and your business. And oftentimes we're doing that all alone. So plus, like I mentioned earlier, if you're a parent during quarantine, you know, your time that you have to work on your business has been dramatically reduced or affected. So the best way to combat burnout or prevent burnout is to make sure that your business is running efficiently and as organized as possible. You might be tired of hearing me say those words already, but I'm going to be talking all about that in this presentation. Systems and organization and setting up processes is my jam. Whenever somebody comes to me and they have a system that is just a mess or, you know, they're disorganized, I like to find the best system for them in order to make their life easier. So by now you might be asking, okay, but how do we do that? So I am going to break it down for you. Let me move my camera over here. All right, so step 1 is to break down all of the parts of your business. So as business owners, it's really easy to get overwhelmed thinking about your business as a whole and thinking about all of the things that you need to do for your business. So I want you to think about your business as if it was a car. So a car is made up of a bunch of parts that need to work together in order for them to operate properly. So that's just like your business, right? We have a bunch of different parts in our business that need to work together in order for our business to operate properly. So step 1 is breaking down what all of those parts are in your business. So I want you to, and you don't have to do this now, you can come back to this presentation or I think you'll have access to this, but literally list out all of the parts of your business on paper. And some of the examples that we're going to cover today are social media, email management, and client management. So step 2 is to look at all of those parts that you have written down, all of those parts of your business, and ask yourself the following questions. How could I streamline this process and make it more efficient? Is there a system I could put in place to make this easier? And do I need to outsource this task? So now I'm going to break down each of the examples that I talked about, the first being social media. So how could you streamline the process and make it more efficient? For me personally, I batch my content. So what does that mean? I'm literally planning out my content 1 week at a time. Some people do it a month at a time. Bless you if you can figure out what you're going to post a month ahead of time. I can only handle 1 week at a time. And so that is literally just planning what I'm going to post on my Facebook and Instagram account a week at a time. So what I like to do is I set a certain day of the week that I set aside time to plan that content. So for me, that's either Friday or Sunday. And then you can plan your content in a program like Asana, and I'll get into what Asana is in just a second. So Asana is a project management and a project management planning tool that you can use to collaborate on with teams, or even if you don't have a team, you can even just use it for yourself. You can plan projects, you can plan your content. There's so many things that you can use Asana for. I like to use it for batching content or planning content ahead of time. So I just want to show you really quick what my Asana account looks like. So this is actually inside my Asana content planning board. So you can see here that I have created columns for each week in May. And then I have May newsletters because I have made it a goal now to send out a weekly newsletter to my email subscribers. And then I have, go ahead.
I don't know if are you showing us Asana right now?
Yes. Can you not see it?
Uh-uh.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right.
You are maybe,
let's see.
You're doing screen share.
Maybe I should stop share and then let me try this. Okay. I'll go back. Let me see if this works. Here we go. Good?
There you go.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll start over. So this is inside of my Asana board, and Asana is a free tool that you can use. Of course, if you add a bunch of team members to it, you do have to upgrade. But if it's just you using it.
Wait, did you say it's free?
Yeah. Are you paying?
No, yeah. I wanted Asana and it was too expensive. Oh my God. Keep going, sorry.
Yeah, there's a free account. So this is how I plan my content for social media. So you can see that I have a column for each week in May, and then I have my May newsletters, and then I have, a column for blog posts. That's something that I need to start doing. So you can see here, this column is for May for the week of the 11th. So I have each of these blocks or tasks is what my posts are going to be about for that week. So you can see I have the date here and then the title of what that post is going to be. And then if I click inside of this, this is where I actually write out the post for social media. So this is great because you can just like brain dump in here, and then you can edit your content in Asana. And then when you're ready to post it on social, you can just copy and paste from Asana and post it on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or wherever you guys normally post. The other thing, let me move my camera around. The other thing that I love about this is that you can also upload images. So I did that here on Monday, May 11th. And this way it lets you see what your content will look like for the week. So if you upload a picture on each of these posts, it'll kind of give you like a screenshot of what your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed would look like for the week. So that's a really, really useful tool. You can also add due dates. So if you wanted to set like a reminder or a due date for yourself, you can do that. But now I'm going to go back to the presentation. So let's see.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, you can.
Could you possibly just go back to that Asana real quick and show us the calendar view?
Yeah. Yep. So there's a calendar view here.
I'm just curious how it takes your boards and
I don't know if I've synced my calendar actually. Oh, okay. So that might be why it's not showing you anything.
Take your board and put it in calendar view.
It should, but I don't know. There might be a setting that I haven't turned on because I normally use board or list view to see my tasks. And then I have everything kind of linked to my Google Calendar, but obviously I didn't do that here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the list view is nice too, because you can kind of see everything like a snapshot like this and check everything off as you're, you know, as you plan it. All
okay,
right.
sorry.
That's okay. Okay, let me go back to full screen mode. Okay. Then in terms of social media, is there a tool, system, program that you could use? I highly suggest using some kind of scheduling tool so that you are not spending, you know, time each day scheduling your posts. I know that you're in social media, right? Social media management.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm sure you're very familiar with this, but you know, I highly suggest using some kind of scheduling program. There are a lot that are free, depending on how many accounts that you need to link or how many users you need. My personal favorite is Later. Is there one that you use, Brooke, that you like?
For scheduling?
Yeah. Or if you use one.
Yeah, I use something called eClincher, which I love.
Okay.
I know that Brand Swan and Jen are really big into Smarter Q.
Okay, I've never heard of
really
either.
Good one. If another really good one that I know of is called Meet Edgar. These are like basically you load your content into these feeds and then you pick feeds for different days and then it just like pushes out the evergreen content.
Okay.
Yeah, Smarter Q and Meet Edgar are similar in that way. eClincher is good. Yeah, I mean those are mine.
Okay. All right.
I haven't used Later before, I don't think.
Yeah, Later is, I like it because you can store your hashtags, which I'm sure a lot of programs let you do. Yeah, I forget which one I was using, but I could not figure out how to store hashtags. Maybe I needed to upgrade the plan, but so yeah, Later lets you store your hashtags by groups and stuff like that. So I found that to be very helpful. And then anytime that you can get like a preview of what your feed will look like is always helpful too. So obviously Later lets you do that.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Later specifically started out as an Instagram thing, right?
I think so. Yeah, but now you can, at least with the free account, it lets you pin to Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So it might have started out as Instagram.
Planoly lets you preview your feed too.
Yeah, I didn't find, I had a client that was using that one. I didn't find that to be as user-friendly, but it's just a matter of getting in there and like playing around. And then there's also Facebook Creator Studio that has a scheduler for Facebook and Instagram. But the thing to note about Facebook Creator Studio is that you have to have a Facebook group. No, I'm sorry. You have to have a Facebook business page. You can't schedule using Facebook's Creator Studio if you have a Facebook group. So you can only schedule posts within the group on Facebook, which I find to be super annoying. Okay, so then of course you ask yourself, you know, is this a task that I need to outsource? Is there someone I could hire to do this task to free up my time so that I can focus on other parts of my business? Now, the next example that I wanted to break down was email management. So again, going back to that question, how could you streamline the process and make it more efficient? Is there a program that you could use to help with this task? So I'm all about easy and free. The tools that I use in my business, especially if I need to teach other clients how to use it, I can't really use a really complicated system. So I use MailerLite for my email subscribers and to manage, like, you can create pop-up subscribe boxes, you can create embedded forms for your website, landing pages, newsletters, like there's a lot that you can do. It's really, really easy to use. There's a lot. MailerLite. Yep. It's free up to 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome, especially if you're just trying to build your email list. And there's a lot of drag and drop functionality. So if you're not too familiar with how to use a tool like this, it's so easy to use. The other thing that you can do with MailerLite is you can take the time to map out your email sequences so that your business can sell for you automatically. And so I'll get into that on the next slide. So this is actually an example of an email sequence that I have set up in MailerLite. So basically when somebody comes to my website, I have a pop-up subscribe box. They enter their email address to grab my ultimate guide to tools for your business. And then once they submit their email, then they will get an email that has my freebie in that email, and like a little welcome email. And then a day goes by, and then they get this other email over here on the left-hand side that has more business tips and tools for them. And so this email sequence is about 5 or 6 emails long. So you can...
Wow, you have a whole workflow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I need to get this immediately.
Yes. So email sequences typically have like 5 to 7 emails in the sequence. You can make it as long or short as you want. But they usually start by sending the subscriber your freebie that they signed up for on your website. And then the last email is typically an offer to your service or product, right? So you've kind of hooked them in all the emails that you sent them over the course of 5, 6, or 7 days. And then that last email is kind of like, okay, this is what I have to offer. Here's a special discount code. Here are some of my services. Book a discovery call with me, however you kind of want it, whatever call to action that you want. So this is one way that you can sell your services or your products automatically. So you have people subscribing to your email list, and then without you doing anything, they're getting emails over the course of 5, 6, 7 days, talking about your business, talking about your product, talking about your service. And then this one is big for me because I know that a lot of people are using many, many different systems when it comes to client management. If you're a service-based business, you may be using multiple systems to schedule calls and send appointment reminders, send proposals, send emails, send contracts, send questionnaires, send invoices. Like I know some people use, I think it's called HelloSign to send contracts. You might be using Google Forms to send questionnaires. You're using something else to send invoices. Maybe you're typing emails to your clients. Maybe you're sending them, appointment reminders. But there's a system that you can use called a client relationship management system like Dubsado, and it will let you handle all of those things in one place. So you can send a calendar link to a customer or a client, and they pick an available time from your calendar to schedule a call with you. Then automatically it sends them a appointment confirmation 30 minutes before their call. It sends another email that, just a reminder that you have this call coming up. You can set all that up on the back end. You can set up canned email responses. So if you're tired of sending the same email over and over and over again to clients, you can set up canned emails, which are just like templates to go out automatically. You can send proposals and contracts out automatically, questionnaires, send invoices, appointment reminders, track your leads. And the great thing about this is you can set up what they call workflows in Dubsado. So just imagine that literally with the click of a button, you're sending like your proposal, they pick something, automatically they get their contract. After their contract is signed, they get their invoice. After their invoice is signed, they get a welcome questionnaire from you that helps you collect all the information that you need for their project. So I will admit Dubsado there's a big learning curve there, but once you get that system up and running, it can do wonders for your business. So then step 3 is just, picking one process at a time to work on in your business, and then decide whether or not you're going to outsource that task to somebody else. So, don't overwhelm yourself by trying to tackle everything at once. Decide which part is the most important for you to streamline or automate or delegate or outsource first, because time is precious right now. And sometimes even the smallest changes like, scheduling your posts instead of manually posting can make the biggest impact for you. So just to recap, step 1 is to write down all the parts of your business that you need in place in order for your business to run properly. Step 2 is to look at each of those parts on paper and ask yourself how you can make the process more efficient, whether there's a tool or a system or a program that you can use in order to make that process more efficient. And then decide if you need to delegate or outsource that task. And then step 3 is to pick one process at a time that you can focus on and implement those changes again, or decide if you're going to outsource that task.
Perfect.
So this is my contact information. I'm not sure if Jen is going to send out contact information after this is all over, but if you guys wanted to write anything down, I also have, let me just share something else with you. Let's see. Can you guys see my screen?
No,
No?
not yet.
Just me?
That's you.
Just me, okay. All right, let's see. I don't know why this just got so big. No. Uh-oh. Let's see what this does. Okay, here we go. So this is a free guide to tools for your business. And my screen just went blank. Are you, okay, there we go. This is a free guide to tools for your business that I offer to my email subscribers. So you can just scan this little QR code down here to get access to it. So I know that business can be really overwhelming. There are a bajillion tools that you can use in your business. And sometimes turning to like Facebook groups or online can be really overwhelming because everyone has, you know, a bunch of different suggestions on the best tools and stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm all about finding tools that are free, that are easy to use, that really anyone can get in and learn. So I've broken out what I have found to be the best, easiest, and mostly free tools that you can use for your business. So I break down what tool is best to use for your business, whether it's a free or a paid tool, and then an overview of what that tool can be used for. And then there are links with more information to, you know, to access those tools like websites and things like that. And then at the end, there's a link to my Instagram page where I share weekly business tips, Canva tips, tools, tutorials, motivation, and more. So that's all I have for you guys today. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I shared, or any questions about tools for your business, or anything really?